Hi, this video showcases BMC Helix incident creation automation. I am in Process Studio. I have created a project BMC Helix and a workflow BMC Helix create incident. Let us begin with creating the parameters required to create an incident. Double-click on the canvas. On the Parameters tab, short description, and the description we will keep the same, but we can have spaces between the words. Sender address and the description. Impact, urgency, A team, that is login users group, customer name, status, reported source, service type, base URL, customer password, full username. Let us set the default values for ticket creation, a short description of the issue, impact 1, that is extensive widespread, urgency critical, the team AutomationEdge team, customer name Alan, status new for the incident, sources direct input, service type, user service restoration, the base URL of the BMC Helix instance, password, and the full username. Click OK. Search for the get variable step. It is an input step and we can start the workflow with the get variable step. Click on the get variable step. Click to get variables. Retain the required parameters. Click OK. Drag and drop a JavaScript step. Let us configure it. Write a script to create the variables for first name, last name, login, and create incident HTTPS URL. First of all, create a variable array from the full username and split it at the space. Create variables first name as the first element of the array and the last name as the second element of the array. Create variables login URL and create incident URL. The login URL is the HTTPS URL to fetch the authentication token, which is built with the base URL, and append it with the required path. Create incident URL to create the HTTPS URL to create the incident with base URL and append it with the required interface path. Click to get the variables. Click OK. Now drag and drop an advanced REST client step. The HTTP request is of type POST, and get the URL from field, that is the create incident URL. Go to the request body tab and select the form URL encoded option. Provide the keys for username and password. Provide the values from the drop-down list. In the HTTP response, for the response body, specify token. Call it generate token. Click OK. Add one more advanced REST client step. Call it create incident. It is of the type POST, and we will get the URL from a field, that is create incident URL. Go to the headers tab, provide header keys, content type, header value is application JSON, and authorization, and the header value is from field, that is token. In the request body of the type raw, provide the JSON to send the values to create the incident, that is first name, last name, short description, impact, urgency, status, reported source, and service type. In the HTTP response, for response status, specify incident status. In the response headers JSON, record location, and in the response body, incident. Click OK. Drag and drop a filter row step. Call it incident rows created. Also drag and drop a JSON input step and a write to log step. Connect the incident rows created to the JSON input as a true hop and to the write to log as a false hop. Let us configure the filter row step. Condition is incident status is equal to 201 created. Click OK. Let us call the JSON input get link. Let us call the write to log error log. The source for the JSON input is from a previous step. Select the record location, and in the fields tab, get the key from the JSON at the specified path and get the record link at the specified path. Click OK. Configure the error log step. In the write to log, write a message error while incident creation. Click OK. Drag and drop a JavaScript step in between the filter rows and the error log. Let us configure it. Create a variable error for the error message and return the error as a field name in the stream. Click OK. Let us go back to the error log step and in the field get the error field. Click OK. drag and drop a set environment variables step to set the error field as a variable error message at the root level. Click OK. Before we move forward, let us set error handling for a few more steps. Right-click on the Generate Token step, click on Error Handling, and set the error descriptions field name as error. Connect Generate Token to Error Log as the error handling step. Similarly, right-click on the Create Incident step and in Error Handling, set the error descriptions field name to error. Connect Create Incident to Error Log as the error handling step. Similarly, for the Get Link step, in the error handling, set error descriptions field name as error. Connect Get Link to Error Log as the error handling hop. Next, drag and drop a filter row step, advanced REST client step, and a dummy step. Connect the filter row step to the advanced REST client step on the result is true hop, and connect the filter rows to the dummy step with the result is false. Let us configure the filter row step. Apply a condition where key value is location. Now let us configure the advanced REST client. Call it get incident number. The HTTP request is of type get. Get the URL from the field. Select the record link that we fetched in the previous step. In the headers tab, provide the header key content type is application JSON and authorization value field is token. In the HTTP response, in the response body, provide incident details. Click OK. Let us set error handling for the get incident number advanced REST client step. In the error handling, error descriptions field name, set it as error. Join the step with the error log with the error handling step hop. Next, drag and drop a replace in string step. Let us configure it. Call it replace space with underscore. In the incident details JSON, search for a space and replace it with an underscore. Click OK. Next, search for a JSON input step and drag and drop it on the canvas. Let us configure it. Let us call it get incident number. The source for the JSON input is a field incident details. In the fields tab, get the incident number and provide the path in the JSON. Click OK. Next, drag and drop a JavaScript step. Let us configure it. Let us call it set incident number. Let us write a script. Set the values for success message and AE status, and click the get variables to pass them as fields in the stream. Also set the record number as incident number at the root level and the AE status and success messages too. Click OK. Next, drag and drop a JSON output step. Let us configure it. Call it mail details. In the operation, select output value. We are going to output a value to send in the mail body. Provide a JSON block name, mail info. The number of rows in a block, let us set it to 10. 0 means all the rows in one block. In the output value, specify mail details. Extension is JS. Go to the Fields tab, pass the short description with element name body. Select incident number from the list and the element name as ticket number. Select status from the list and pass it as incident state in the JSON body. And finally, pass a JavaScript step. Let us configure it. Call it set status. Write a script to set mail details as a variable at the root level. Click OK. This completes the workflow. We are now ready to execute the workflow. Let us run the workflow. Let us go to the preview tab, and in this get incident number step, scroll to the right and you can see the incident number created. Thus we saw the use of advanced REST client steps and JSON input and output steps to locate the incident record and fetch the incident number. We saw how to create incident in BMC Helix using advanced REST client and JSON input output steps. Thank you for watching.